So we've seen the simplest form of downloading the shared project and getting up and running with it. You can just download it straight from the website. But we also have this GitHub system going on so that people can quite easily add their own levels, features, configs, materials, anything to this project quite easily. So that's why we've got it set up on GitHub as well. So if you want to be a contributor, you can contribute through this GitHub system. Remember that all substantial contributions will be rewarded with a free 1-year license to the Off-World Live Compositing Toolkit, a £350 piece of software. So you can earn yourself unlimited commercial use of our tools by being a contributor. Okay, so if you search Off-World Live Virtual Production GitHub, you should be taken to this GitHub Off-World Live Collaborative OWL, and if you click on this one, you've got this OWL Virtual Production. So this is our repository, and this gives us all this information about the awesome repo that we've got here, and we're obviously really urging people to add to this because we think it would be an amazing community resource as well as just a personal one. I've certainly benefited off of having this resource myself, but if people can add to it and stuff, that's amazing. So that's why we've incentivized this by saying we can give you a free copy of the Off-World live streaming toolkit, which 12 months of which is worth up to £350. So this amazing incentive to actually come and get involved and submit something to this repo. So just going through this repo, you can see we've just done a breakdown. This is a lot of the stuff that I've covered in previous videos, but it's just showing why we've made this repo, how we're aiming to make this easier for people to make mixed reality footage, and how we are constantly iterating on this project with additions. It's all about user feedback, and this is why we do the weekly streams where we share loads of awesome notes with the community, and also just showing that we have tutorials and documentation. So this project is totally open source, and you're free to use anything and adapt this project to your own purposes. Then you can use it for any project, paid or otherwise. So that's why it's not totally open source. It's a permissive Apache license, meaning anything you make with this, you don't have to make it open source. You can actually profit off of it. So we're excited to share our knowledge with you, but even more exciting is the idea that we can grow as a communal hub of information and techniques. So we urge you to give back to this repo in the form of any kind of asset, config or level that you think could be useful to the community. Even simple things like post-process materials that you reuse often can go a long way for someone with less understanding than you. So sharing is heavily encouraged, and we are looking to incentivize this, as I said, by giving away free toolkits for people with substantial contributions to this project. So here's just a list of the stuff the project includes, but we've been through this in previous videos, and more information on how you can get involved. So as a contributor, here's what we're looking at. You're invited to clone the repo and issue a pull request to the master branch. These will be carefully reviewed and quality assured before a merge, so you can make an application. It doesn't mean you'll definitely get in, but if it's substantial and made with care and love, then we are really looking to add it to the project. Here's a link to our weekly Q&A sessions, all the past uploads of those. We've done so many so far, and we're looking at doing many more every week. Operating system requirements here, and list of contributors, all the awesome people that have gone into this so far. Also a link to our Discord down here, well worth checking out, because that is where all the magic happens. Please do check that out. But if you want to clone this repo, so it's advised that you sign in to GitHub first, but you can copy this link whether you're signed in or not. This is how you clone a repo. So you can copy this and go into GitHub and go clone repository. So I use this GitHub desktop because I don't really like just looking at lines of text when I'm using this stuff. So if you take the link that you copied from GitHub and paste it in this URL area, and then go to the local path and hit choose, and you can make a folder for it. I'm just going to make a folder called example, and you can hit clone. So this might take a while because it's doing an initial clone. The longest part of this is going to be this updating files, because it's essentially downloading everything from the repo. So that could take up to half an hour again. So let's check back when this is done. So awesome, now we're in GitHub. It should come up with this after you've done this. It says initialize git LFS. So you can press initialize, and that should be it. You can press fetch to refresh that, and now we know we're up to date. I've just got this one branch main. And what's recommended if you're going to create a feature, you can go new branch and call this feature dash camera switcher, for example. And then once you've made your changes and you know that your feature is awesome, you can publish the branch and preview your pull request. It says able to merge, so I'm going to create that pull request. Now you'll need to log into GitHub, and here we can see everything in this pull request. So now I can press create, and now it's up to me to take a look at that and see if I think that can be merged into the main folder. So yeah, that's how you would submit things to the main GitHub, and we'll obviously make a bit of an announcement when someone makes a new feature, and we'll celebrate that as much as possible. So yeah, that's how you can merge stuff in. We'll upload more requirements, and you can always just ask us in the Discord about requirements. But if you want to find serious requirements when adding pull requests, we're going to add this to this repo down here. How can I give back? We'll give some more details on how to do a successful merge down the line. But always free to get in touch with us if you want to merge in a feature, and we'd be obviously incredibly thankful for that, so much so that we're up for giving you 12 months for the Compositing Toolkit if you submit something to the virtual production shared project. So I hope that's exciting for you. That's how you do that. But yeah, let's go back into the virtual production project in the next series of tutorials and work out what's going on in it and how it can be useful for you. So let's check that out in the next videos. Cheers.